Ooka chaka, ooka, ooka, ooka chaka, ooka, ooka, ooka chaka, ooka, ooka, ooka chaka, ooka, ooka.
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. I'm hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. Lips as sweet as
Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today. Justin, it's been a long 3 years and 10 months, but the day has finally come. The day I get to embarrass you in front of all of your friends and family. So brace yourself, because the next 3 minutes will be the most uncomfortable 3 minutes of your life. And Chelsea, the 3 most uncomfortable minutes of your life will be coming later this evening, courtesy of Justin. Anyways, most of you expect me to probably share a lot of embarrassing stories about Justin today. Seeing as I've known him for 6 years, there are a lot of stories I could bring up if I wanted to engage in the time-honored tradition of the character assassination on the groom. But I'm not going to, because in the last 6 years I've known Justin, I've seen nothing but a man of faith, integrity, honor, and impeccable good character. So instead of shooting him down on his big day, I would like you to join me in celebrating some of his finer characteristics. The first of which would be his incredibly patient listening abilities, which is really good because in actuality, the shortest I can make this speech is an hour and 17 minutes. And no, that's not because I have an hour and 17 minutes worth of good qualities to talk about Justin with, but because as Justin would be the first to tell you, only 30% of what I say tonight will actually be true, and the remaining 70 is elaborately exaggerated falsities for the sole purpose of your entertainment. So you're welcome. Another one of Justin's admirable characteristics is his impeccable sense of style. Chelsea, there's no denying you look absolutely beautiful tonight. But come on, everyone. Have you ever seen a groom look so dressed up? It's unbelievable. But believe it or not, Justin's love of sweatpants, slippers, and free t-shirts may have been the reason we became friends in the first place. For those that don't know, Justin and I met at Ball State University. We were in the same architecture studio our freshman year, and actually sat next to each other. So the first day, Justin was already sitting up in studio, and when I went up to pick out my spot, I surveyed the audience, looked at the collection of students, and thought Justin looked like the most normal person in the room, so I sat next to him. This may sound ridiculous, but I kid you not, Taylor over there was dressed as a pirate. So sweatpants and slippers were a really welcoming sight. Another one of Justin's attributes is how well he responds under pressure. For those that know Justin, you know that nothing phases this guy. Our senior year of college, we went on a spring break trip to Colorado, and we went skiing. And we're going down this incredibly hard black diamond on solid ice. And I'm going first, and Justin is right behind me. And I totally bite it, wipe out. And here Justin is forced to respond quickly under pressure to avoid the same tragedy that I suffered. So he quickly alters his course and takes it right over my unprotected head. The bruise I received from having a grown man stomp on my head with skis was so big that Justin got amusement from it for the rest of the week. Which brings me to Justin's next quality, his sense of humor. Relishing in the joys of life is one of the most important qualities a person can have. However, I've never met someone who relishes in the misfortunes of others as much as Justin does. Whether it's watching one of his friends wipe out on a bicycle, spilling a gallon of orange juice on a laptop, crash on a ski slope, pass out in a hot tub, spill a 32-ounce sweet tea, take an exercise ball to the face, or experience the inevitable blue screen of death, Justin will infallibly be there to laugh his head off. It's a truly amazing skill to find so much joy in others' despair. But Chelsea, I'm sure this is a skill that you will learn to appreciate more and more as the years go by. For those of you who don't know, Justin is also an impeccable musician. In college, I was in a band with Justin called Tandem Attack. Justin was the drummer, and we not only were featured in several local newspaper articles, but we also played at several university events, and we had an hour-long radio premiere of our one and only hit single, which only received some sporadic radio time when it was discovered that our band played with Rock Band video game controllers to pre-recorded tracks. Lastly, Justin is very athletic. This came as a surprise to me. As much as Justin puts on this adventurous outdoorsman persona, I very rarely saw him get out of his chair in the studio. But evidently, Justin was a track star back in his high school days. And I didn't believe this myself until one dark night, our freshman year of college, when I got to see him demonstrate his speed, agility, and arm strength while TPing the home of a 78-year-old man. You'll have to ask Justin about that for more details. Sorry, Justin, but I told you I would squeeze that in. Anyways, as you can see, Chelsea is quite the lucky lady to be marrying such a great, talented, and driven man. But let's be real, we all know who the lucky one in this relationship is. It's not every day a man is fortunate enough to marry someone named Chelsea. I got married to a Chelsea 3 months ago, and it seems to be a great decision so far. So good work. But seeing as I've been married to a Chelsea for such a great length of time now, I feel it is kind of my duty to give you some marriage advice from someone who knows how to handle a Chelsea. So here are some great marriage tips. After all, a wise man once told me, they're all sisters. So here goes. Frozen pizzas aren't seen as the miracle workers they truly are. Chelsea won't be impressed by how much laundry you can compress into a laundry machine. Showering can no longer be reserved for special days. When showering does occur, the wet towel does not go on the bed or floor. Make sure to utilize the do not disturb sign on the honeymoon. The colors of the rainbow are somehow a completely legitimate system for organizing your home. And the mention of Super Smash Brothers and Mario Tennis won't have the same effect on Chelsea as it will your best friends. So anyways, I hope this advice was helpful. I should probably stop before things get worse. So let's toast. Justin, thanks for being one of the best friends anyone could have, and for putting up with me over all these years. You have always been there for me, and I'm sure you'll always be there for Chelsea. Chelsea, this day finally confirms how gross you truly are.